Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this SH Figuarts Star Wars figure, and it is the elite Praetorian Guard from Star Wars The Last Jedi. And here's the box. And on the side, and on the back, a couple of pictures. So let's get this figure out of packaging. Alright, so before I take everything out, you can see all the accessories here. It comes with 4 extra hands, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of gripping hands, and then a pair of fists. And then we have the sword, and one that's a collapse, more of a whip-like sword version of it. And then we have the staff, and then the dual blades that disconnected. I guess this version is connected, so it looks like a staff with a double-sided blade on it. And there's the figure. Alright, so let's get a close-up on some of the accessories here. We got the hands, the sword, and then this collapsible sword. And then we have the blades that could interconnect. There's the peg. And there's a hole on that side, and there's the Praetorian Guard, the elite Praetorian Guard. Let's get him focused, and good look at him from the front. And one thing I don't like about this figure is the skirt, the rubbery skirt, which I'm never a fan of, because it does limit its articulation, mobility quite a bit. I mean, it looks nice when he's standing, but when you try to pose him in dynamic poses, then it's gonna be quite hard for him to look good. And there's the other side. And here's what I'm talking about. You could kind of spread his leg apart a little bit for him to give you a stand. Getting ready to charge someone, but you can see the skirt, it's actually touching the ground, and it's not bending the way it should bend for a real skirt to react. See how the flap is like straight up, and well, it helps with the stability of the figure, because right now he's standing on what is that, 1 2 3 4 5 six legs. So yeah, it's definitely not going to topple over, but as far as the look, it doesn't look too pleasing. And as far as articulation, this figure does have ball jointed hips. Then is it a double? No, it's a single joint pinched knees. And then ankle, there's articulation, and also a little pivot from side to side. And then there's toes articulation. And as far as the abdominal section, there's quite a good range of motion for his abdominal section. There is a piece that's floating in between, so it helps hide the articulation quite well. Here you can see he could arch back quite a bit, and let's see if we could forward quite a bit as well. And head movement, quite good, full range, a lot better than I was expecting. Even though the helmet is quite long, still he could really gives you a good range of motion. And then shoulders on a ball hinge, and shoulder pads are attached to the shoulder section, so it kind of floats with the arm and not attached to the torso at all. And bicep, there is a swivel, and then the hinge elbows, he could bend about 90 degrees, that's about it. And then the ball jointed wrist. And since we don't know how good this character is going to be in the movie, whether these guards, there are 3 different designs. I think 4 different type of weapons for these guards, and there should be about what, 8 of them in that room with Snoke. So as far as how good they are, I'm not sure yet. If they're anything like the Royal Guards, they're not gonna do anything. But these guys seems to have a lot of weapons, so maybe they're more ninja-like and stuff. Not sure. But as far as right now, the figures with the cloth, with the rubber cape, that's not the greatest for this figure. But it all depends on how they act in the film. If they don't do anything, then that's fine. But if they do, then it's a little bit disappointing to have a rubber cape, because you're very limited as far as range motion for this figure here. And this is the Figuarts one, so it doesn't come with the cloth. There's one version that comes with a cloth. I think it's from the Black series. I think it came with a 4-pack. I think that's the only one with the cloth skirt. Everything else is with rubber. So yeah, this guy, I bought it through Ami, and I bought it as a set that comes with the Executioner and the black BB unit. So yeah, so that's that. By itself, I think this is gonna set you back about $70 or so. With Hasbro, it's gonna set you back about 20. So yeah, all depends on what you like. I mean, as far as design and final production wise, I think this looks a lot cleaner than the Hasbro version, and yet of course it costs way more than the Hasbro version. So it depends on what you're looking for. So yeah, there's the Praetorian Guard from SH Figuarts Bandai. Thanks for watching.